The secret to never working again. John D. Rockefeller's proven wealth formula revealed. Hey, future billionaires, imagine waking up every day with the freedom to do whatever you want, without worrying about working for a paycheck. Sounds like a dream, right? What if I told you there's a way to build wealth without working every single day, without sacrificing every moment of your life to the grind? You might think it's impossible, but the world's first billionaire, John D. Rockefeller, cracked the code. He built a fortune so vast that even today, his wealth would surpass that of Elon Musk. And here's the kicker. He did it without being tied to a desk or a factory floor. Rockefeller mastered the art of leveraging money, systems, and strategy to create generational wealth. In this video, we're diving deep into the secret that allowed Rockefeller to amass unimaginable wealth while freeing up his time. Stick around until the end to uncover how you can apply these same principles to build wealth. Ready to unlock the Rockefeller formula? Let's get started, but before we do, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more wealth-building tips like this. Rockefeller's early money habits. John D. Rockefeller wasn't born into wealth. In fact, his beginnings were incredibly humble. He was the son of a traveling salesman and a devout mother who instilled in him the value of every single penny. From a young age, Rockefeller learned to work hard, starting with small jobs like helping on a neighbor's farm. By age 7, he earned his first dollar by raising turkeys and selling candy. But what set him apart from the rest was not the work he did. It was his obsession with tracking money. Rockefeller started a ledger, meticulously recording every penny he earned and spent. This wasn't just a childhood habit. It was a practice that stayed with him throughout his life. Even as he became one of the richest men in history, Rockefeller kept detailed financial records, tracking income, expenses, and investments. This commitment to understanding his personal cash flow allowed him to make informed decisions about where to spend, save, and invest. Key lesson 1: track your money, control your destiny. The first step to financial freedom is knowing where every dollar is going. If you don't understand your cash flow, you can't control your financial future. Leveraging debt, borrowing to grow. While many people fear debt, Rockefeller saw it as a tool, a means to accelerate his wealth building. In 1859, at just 19 years old, Rockefeller made one of the most important decisions of his life. He borrowed $1,200 from his father at a 10% interest rate. Most people would shy away from such a hefty loan, but Rockefeller viewed it differently. He didn't see debt as a burden, but as leverage, a way to invest in something much bigger. He used that borrowed money to start his first business, a small logistics and commission firm. The business was a success, and soon after, Rockefeller ventured into the oil industry, where he would build his empire. Throughout his career, even when he had enough money of his own, Rockefeller continued to borrow to fund expansions. But here's the key: he always borrowed with a plan. He knew exactly how he was going to invest that money, how he would pay it back, and most importantly, how it would multiply. Borrowing allowed him to scale his ventures faster than if he had relied solely on his own capital. Key lesson 2: use other people's money to fuel your growth. When done strategically, borrowing can multiply your wealth much faster than using just your own funds. The secret is to have a clear plan for how the borrowed money will create returns, and to always stay in control of your debt. Financial reputation and trust. One of Rockefeller's greatest assets wasn't his money, it was his reputation. In the early days of his business, Rockefeller faced numerous challenges, including cash flow problems and heavy debt. Yet, no matter how tight things got, he always honored his obligations. Even when times were tough, he made sure every debt was repaid in full and on time. This relentless commitment to his financial promises built his reputation as someone who could be trusted, and trust is priceless in business. Over time, Rockefeller's flawless track record for repaying debts, no matter how large or small, caught the attention of bankers and investors. They knew that lending to Rockefeller wasn't a risk. In fact, his word was often enough to secure favorable deals, financing, and investments. This strong financial reputation allowed him to operate with far more flexibility than his competitors. He didn't have to beg for loans. People were eager to lend to him because they knew they could count on him. Rockefeller's story is a testament to the importance of maintaining a strong financial reputation. Whether you're borrowing money or entering into business partnerships, your word and your creditworthiness are as valuable as gold. Today, maintaining a solid credit score, paying your bills on time, and honoring your commitments are essential if you want to be seen as trustworthy in the eyes of lenders and partners. Key lesson 3: your reputation is your greatest financial asset. Building wealth is about more than just accumulating money. It's about building trust. Honor your debts, build a solid financial track record, and your reputation will open doors that money can't. 5. Calculated decision making. Rockefeller didn't leave anything to chance when it came to making decisions about his investments. Every move he made was calculated with precision, weighing the risks and potential profits. His decision-making was based on numbers, not emotions, which allowed him to navigate the volatile oil industry and come out on top. One of his most brilliant moves was the decision to invest in oil tank cars and pipelines. At the time, transporting oil was expensive and inefficient, with competitors relying on barrels transported by horse-drawn wagons. Rockefeller saw an opportunity to cut costs and increase efficiency by investing in oil tank cars and pipelines, which could transport oil in larger quantities and more securely. The upfront costs were high, but the long-term benefits were undeniable. His competitors thought he was taking too big of a risk, but Rockefeller's calculations proved correct. By reducing transportation costs, he was able to outcompete other oil companies and dominate the market. This calculated approach extended to every aspect of his business. Rockefeller never invested without fully understanding the potential return on investment, the risks involved, and how it would impact his overall financial strategy. He knew that blind risks could lead to disaster, and he avoided them at all costs. Key lesson 4: make decisions based on numbers, not emotions. In business and investing, success comes from careful calculation, not gut feelings. Take the time to understand the risks and rewards before making any financial move. 6. Innovate and outsmart the competition. Rockefeller didn't just rely on traditional methods to build his empire. He constantly looked for innovative ways to outsmart the competition. One of his greatest strengths was his ability to see opportunities that others missed. When most oil companies were content with using outdated technology and methods, Rockefeller invested in new technologies to improve efficiency and cut costs. For example, he upgraded his refineries to be safer and more efficient, reducing the risk of fires and lowering production costs. He didn't stop there. When he realized that transporting oil by ship could be cheaper than by rail, he built his own fleet of oil tankers. While his competitors hesitated, Rockefeller moved swiftly, positioning himself ahead of the curve and reaping the benefits of lower transportation costs. This willingness to innovate gave him a massive advantage over competitors who were stuck in their ways. Rockefeller's approach to innovation wasn't about taking unnecessary risks. It was about finding smarter ways to do things. He knew that in order to stay ahead, he had to continuously improve his operations, and he was willing to invest in the future. Today, the same principle applies. Whether you're investing in new technologies, refining a business process, or finding a more efficient way to manage your money, innovation is key to staying ahead in the game of wealth building. Key lesson 5: innovate to stay ahead of the game. Don't be afraid to think outside the box and invest in new ideas. Wealth building is about constantly finding smarter, more efficient ways to grow. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching.